you very much. Now we move on to our next news. Looking at Middle East, in a post on X, Israel's foreign ministry has said that Israel has halted vessels from the Global Sumud Flotilla bound for Gaza, which is aimed to break Israel's blockade of the Palestinian territory and to give them aid. Israel has said that several vessels have been safely stopped. The ministry has added that Greta and her friends are safe. They've also released a video of Greta Thunberg alongside several masked and armed military personnel. The tracker for the Global Sumud Flotilla has showed that several vessels have been intercepted by Israeli forces en route to Gaza. According to the tracker, 13 boats have been intercepted. Swedish climate campaigner Greta Thunberg, Nelson Mandela's grandson Mandela, and Brazilian human rights activist Diego Avila were said to be on the Alma, one of the intercepted boats. Meanwhile, the move has met with international backlash. Colombian President Gustavo Petro has expelled all remaining Israeli diplomats in the country over the flotilla's interception. Turkey's Foreign Affairs Ministry has also accused Israel of an act of terrorism over the interceptions. Brazilian Foreign Minister Mauro Vieira has also expressed concern for the 15 Brazilians aboard the Gaza-bound flotilla. Let's listen into what he has said.
Eu queria dizer que nós temos a preocupação com 15 brasileiros que estão a bordo da Flotilha da Paz, inclusive uma deputada federal, a deputada Luiziane Lins, e uma vereadora também. E estamos preocupados, o governo brasileiro expressou diretamente ao governo de Israel e tomamos várias iniciativas de condenar essa tentativa. Já houve uma primeira tentativa de ataque e nós chamamos a atenção, inclusive, do governo de Israel, dizendo que eles são responsáveis pela segurança das pessoas que estão nessa flotilha.
The move has also prompted a response from Hamas. The group has called the interception of the flotilla a crime of piracy and maritime terrorism against civilians. Hamas has also urged the international community to denounce Israel's move. Meanwhile, protests have erupted across the world. In Italy, Argentina, Turkey, Greece, and among many other nations, protesters have demanded the release of activists detained by Israeli forces. Protesters have also described the flotilla mission as a non-violent and humanitarian one. Let's listen into what some of the protesters have said.
Bueno, embarcamos casi un mes, llevamos ayuda humanitaria, fuimos tildados de terroristas por Netanyahu. Es una flotilla no violenta, no tiene armas, llevamos medicamentos, alimentos, suero para salvar vidas. De manera que ese grito global en apoyo al pueblo palestino y condenando al genocidio israelí ya ha tenido un triunfo extraordinario.
Es absolutamente injusto porque son personas civiles que están intentando llevar ayuda humanitaria a un país ocupado, un país sitiado que está muriendo de hambre. Y bajo los escombros y en los ojos de todo el mundo y nadie hace nada.
Now for this discussion, we're joined by Professor Rohan Gunaratna. He's an international security expert, joins us live from Ankara. Thank you very much, Professor, for joining us again. Good to see you. Now, how did these international responses to Israel's interception of Global Flotilla reflect border geopolitical dynamics now?
Asuma, it's very good to see you. So there are two significant developments. One is those people who are supporting the flotilla and their nationals are in that flotilla. Second is those who do not like this kind of protest activities because the Gaza conflict is a challenge in the Middle East, but they don't want the developments in the Middle East to come to their countries and create another conflict. So those nationals who are on board the flotilla, those governments have expressed an opinion against Israel for intercepting. Similarly, groups such as Hamas, that is still holding hostages, they have also expressed an opinion. In fact, Hamas has made a statement in support of the flotilla. But what is important to understand is that Israel has created a naval blockade because Israel is determined to dismantle Hamas that staged a brutal terrorist attack in October of 2023. And that coastline needs to be better protected by Israel to prevent the supply of weaponry and other material for terrorist entities. But certainly the president of Colombia and the government of Colombia has now closed down the Israeli mission and expelled Israeli diplomats. There are other missions that are likely to do it. But of course, Israel will have to fight because Israel has all the right to fight to secure its nationals who are being held by Hamas in Gaza. So during this period, there's a lot of public opinion that is being influenced by Hamas, because I have seen in the social media very significant input of Hamas content and including Hamas official statements that is shaping the thinking of the public opinion in the Western world. And that is why there's significant support, especially among the youth, for the developments in Gaza.
Yes, Professor, you bring up a great point. So in that, in what ways can this framing of the flotilla, especially by young people around the globe, as nonviolent and humanitarian, challenge or reinforce the legal, moral arguments that are made by both Israel and Hamas?
It is a controversy. Controversy means there are two sides to the story. So the youth of today, they are very much influenced by the social media. They don't trust the mainstream media. Even the Hamas attack that was staged in 2023, some of them don't believe it. They say that Israel has manufactured this attack. So they are largely, the youth and the children of today are largely influenced by what is in the social media. And the social media has a narrative that is very anti-Israeli, anti-Jewish, and also against national security, against terrorism. And of course, government politicians are also very much pressured by public opinion, because it is the social media that shapes the narrative, not the mainstream media. And that is why leaders issue statements, leaders do certain things, because they want public support and public opinion. So the flotilla has now been intercepted. Many of the boats have been intercepted, and some have been sunk after the evacuation of the people on those boats. There are some people who are missing, so there will be international focus and international attention on the flotilla. But a number of governments that initially backed the flotilla, including Italy, now they have withdrawn from their initial attempt to escort the flotilla. So within governments also, there's a lot of pressure now from the United States that they should not do anything against Israel, because there is a Gaza deal that is in the making.
Right. And now lastly, what are the potential long-term consequences of this flotilla's interception for Israel's relations with other countries?
Israel's primary concern is national security. Israel is less concerned about public opinion, although most recently Israel has invested very significantly to tell their side of the story to the world. But I would say that 90% they are focused on fighting Hamas, Palestinian Islamic Jihad, and other groups that are holding their nationals as hostages. And even the recent Trump proposal is very much aimed at supporting Israel's desire to get those hostages released, but also to create a Middle East that is safe and stable. And towards that, there is a very good proposal that has been submitted by the United States. Many Arab governments, European leaders, continental European leaders, and of course the Commonwealth leaders are supporting that proposal.
Right. Thank you very much, Professor, for sharing that. Please stay with us as we stay on this topic.